this is DiamondGuy36, and remember my tamper-proof bomb video where I showcased a few very hard to surpass bombs? Well, I've decided to make a tutorial for it. So you're going to need, like, I'd say 118 normal pistons, a sticky piston, like half a stack of TNT, a few building blocks, a stack of redstone blocks or so, and yeah, so I'm going to come a few blocks into the air and start by placing 5 pistons in a row like that, all facing in the same direction. And then on the one on the edge, I'm going to place 4 more blocks going in this direction. So the first one is in front of the last piston. I'm going to get rid of these 3 blocks and place another row of 5 pistons facing inward. So there should be a 1 block gap right there, like this. Then I'm going to, over here, come out 2 blocks in front of the last piston, and 2 blocks on that side, get rid of these 3 blocks, and create my row of 5 pistons again. We can get rid of those helper blocks. And then I'm going to do the same thing with 4 more blocks, and get rid of those 3, place 5 more in, and there we go. That's the first step done. It should look like this. Then you're going to come to one of the sides with the gaps, like this side right here, and from the second piston in, go down 2 blocks, and in front of that second block, you're going to place a piston. Place 2 more to its right, and get rid of those blocks. Then place 3 redstone blocks on the faces of these 3 pistons diagonally from these pistons right here, and just place and break a block next to one of them to update them all and extend them. Place 3 more in front of that, and place 3 redstone blocks on the other piston's head. Update it. Do that once more, and then you should be left with something that looks like this. Now, on this side, where you'll have the heads of the last extended pistons, on the far left piston, you're going to place a block, and then on top of that, a redstone block. Put 4 more out over this, or to the side of that, so you should have something that looks like this with this row of 5 redstone blocks, 2 blocks above these pistons. Get rid of that block. Place 5 more pistons like that. Doesn't matter which order. Just make sure you don't touch lower piston rows once you've started the next row. Then you're going to want to, in this order, starting at that side, remove the redstone blocks on top of the lowest pistons. Do not remove these redstone blocks. Remove these redstone blocks. That row, then that row, then that row. Okay? Now carry all the other sides up the same way you did with this one. Block, 5 redstone blocks, and then get rid of the block, put in your 5 pistons, and yeah, it should be beginning to look like this. So I'm just going to do the next side and then show you how to raise the redstone blocks up so you can gradually build up the walls of the tamper-proof bomb. So after you've gotten that done, you're going to want to raise the redstone blocks on each side by 1 block, and then get rid of the lower layer afterwards. So, in exactly this order. Well, it doesn't matter which block you break first, but it does matter which row. So, just like I'm doing here. Okay. And then, you can throw in your other pistons. And then, for the next part, you're going to be putting in your TNT. So you got to be really careful about this part, or you could mess up quite badly. On one of the sides with the gap, like this side, where it's like against this piston, to the middle, place a sticky piston facing into the center of your bomb, and then put some TNT on its face. Diagonally on top of the piston head of the piston it's in front of, place a redstone block, place and break a block next to it to give it an update, then place a redstone block right here to the right of it, or to the left, doesn't matter which, but you gotta be careful. And then, making sure not to touch that redstone block, just put in all your other TNT around like this, and then remove that redstone block on top of the piston head, and make sure you don't touch the piston again or everything's going to go kaboom. Then you're going to raise the redstone blocks up so that the walls are 2 blocks higher, and same way you did before, so that's close. And I'll be back once we're done. That didn't take that long, but after you're done that, your pistons should be 2 blocks above the TNT level like that. And then you're going to want to raise the redstone blocks 1 more block up, so just put another row in, get rid of the bottom row, and do that for all 4 sides, like so. Raising it up without updating the pistons, and there we go. Next, what we're going to want to do is on one of the ends that has these 3, like, you know, the perpendicular pistons, like these pistons going into these pistons, do not touch these pistons, but place a block right there in the middle, and then place these 3 pistons like you did at the bottom. Okay, you can get rid of that block. Now place these 3 redstone blocks 2 blocks above the piston heads diagonally from these pistons. Okay, update them. Place 3 more in. Put the redstone blocks down carefully. Update them. And then do that 1 more time. Okay. Put the redstone blocks in and update them. Okay. And now what we're going to do is, starting at this end that we ended at with the extended pistons, just get rid of the rows of redstone blocks like that. And now you're good to get rid of the rest of the redstone blocks. Do not touch any of the pistons or you'll probably meet your demise. And that is the tamper-proof bomb finished. You can see we have an entire big box made out of pistons that are not being powered by anything. And yeah, the TNT it's going to fall down because I have nothing underneath it, but you'll see if I update any of the pistons, yeah, it drops down the TNT, and so I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Goodbye.